Hi guys, my name's Bumpa, and in today's video we're going to be talking about different situations that you can get damage on players in build fights, and sort of how to end your build fights quickly. So I have a couple scenarios set up for you guys on different plays that you can make when you're on high ground, because the problem that I see with players is that they'll take high ground on a guy, and then they won't do anything with it. They'll just continue to build up and up and up, and not ever look for shots on the player that they are fighting. People tend to call these guys pencil warriors or playground warriors, and I'm going to sort of show you some techniques that you can do to sort of avoid being one of those. And the reason why you want to end your fights quickly is because you want to kill these guys quick so that you don't get third-partied by another player on the map. So the faster you kill the player that you're fighting, the less likely you're going to get third-partied, and the more likely you're going to be able to get your heals off after the fight. So in this situation, we are on height, and we have a player double ramping underneath us. Now what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to block them off. And the reason why you floor and cone this is because good players nowadays understand that when they're floored off, the guy above them is probably going to be looking for an edit on him. So what they do is they get their cone off immediately. Okay? They get their cone off immediately so that the player up top cannot get an edit play on him. So what you can do is you can get the floor, and then you can try and instantly edit, and sometimes you get this off, and what happens is that since there's this open hole, I know it doesn't show it right now, but since there's this opening, it's harder for the guy underneath to place his cone, so you can potentially get your shot off quick enough. But it's a lot safer to floor and cone and go for the edit. From here, you can also drop to the side with a ramp if you want to throw him off and try and get a shot like this. You take your shot, and then you build right back up, and you get away from the player so that they cannot return damage on you. Now, the thing about a play like this is that this play, if you are the person editing down on them, this highly favors you if you have more HP than the player that you're fighting, because if you are making this edit play, you don't have your gun out. You have to pull your gun back out as you do the edit. So a good player who knows he's higher HP than you will low ground warrior you and let you have these and look for the shotgun shot as you edit down on him. So you want to make sure that if you're going for a play like this, that you're either being sneaky about it by going off to the side or something, showing them something they haven't seen yet from you, or you want to just avoid this play altogether and say you do build back up, but you're looking for shots elsewhere and like Tfue classicing people, stuff like that. Anything that you can get a quick shot off and then immediately build again to block damage. You don't want to go for these all or nothing type plays where you drop into somebody's personal space and go for a sort of 50-50-esque shotgun fight. Another example of a shot that you can take is if you are on height. You want to catch players off, so say this is a player 90ing up after double ramping out. You want to catch them in between their 90s. So you have this split second where they're doing 90s, where you can crack them for about 30 to 40 damage, and then continue to build back up. So they're doing their 90s, and you have to make sure that you're being quick about it, because otherwise they'll get their 90 off, and they'll be right back above you and contesting height on you. It's a very short window, but if you get it down, you can, well, I screwed that up, but you can get decent chip damage on them and continue to build up and continue to go for these quick chippy shots that I was talking about earlier. One more play that I'm going to talk about is the ramp floor edit that you will see a lot after you ramp and floor over somebody to prevent them from coning you. So when you ramp over a guy and they're underneath you, generally sometimes they'll look for the cone to get, but the ramp floor protects you from that, and it sort of gives you this extra layer of sight reduction, so that if you want to go for the double edit, sometimes they won't see it coming and you can get down on them quickly. But like with the pyramid floor double edit, this is also another play that you sort of want to reserve for when you know you're higher HP, so that if somebody is prepared for this, they won't be able to get the first shotgun shot off. One more thing that I really quickly want to touch on, and this involves a good low ground angle that I know of, is when... Okay, say you are playing low ground on this guy. My god, why do I have jump fatigue? Say you're low ground on this guy, and he's going up a ramp past you, and say you're right here or down here or something. When a player is on a ramp, and they're up, and the decline is behind them, facing low ground, a low ground player can peek and get first shot off, and they have peeker's advantage in this situation. So they can jump around and get a shot on you if you are on the slope of the ramp without you really being able to get them. Maybe you'll trade a little bit of damage back, but the player on low ground is heavily favored in this situation, which is why you'll see me whenever I come up a ramp like this and I know a player is below and beside me, I'll hop back up on a floor to even out the peak height so that they don't have peeker's advantage on me in this situation. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something. My inspiration for making this video was actually Thwifo. If you watch any of his montages, you'll understand just how good this guy is at finding weird angles and good chip damage on people in build fights, and just understanding how to create opportunities to kill people quickly. If you guys haven't seen any of these montages, which I'm sure you have, because who wouldn't, I highly recommend you watch them and just sort of take mental notes on what he's doing in these fights in order to get shots on players without them sort of expecting it. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you'd like to watch me play live, you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bumpa. And if you'd like more educational content like this, you can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bumpa. I have a couple good series on there, a bunch of different talking style videos like this, breaking down the build, all that good stuff. So if that's what you're looking for, be sure to check it out. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.